Tommy Duncan was born Thomas Elmer Duncan on 11 Thang 1 Nam 1911, was a pioneering American Western swing vocalist and songwriter who gained fame in the 1930s as a founding member of the Texas Playboys. He recorded and toured with bandleader Bob Wills on and off into the early 1960s. Duncan was born near Whitney, Texas on a large farm into a large and impoverished family of truck farmers. He was one of 14 children. He left home at 13 to sharecrop on a cousin's farm, and by 1932 was surviving as a busker in Fort Worth singing at a root beer stand. That year he won an audition against 64 other singers to join the Light Crust Doughboys, a popular local band that featured Bob Wills on fiddle. Duncan was hired after he sang a version of Emmett Miller's I Ain't Got Nobody and impressed Wills with his yodeling ability and bluesy phrasing. Duncan quickly became a sensation, both on the show and at dances and other appearances. Duncan was versatile in his singing style and repertoire, was credited with a fine voice and range, and was ideal for the kind of dance music Wills performed and recorded. As a lyricist, he contributed to New San Antonio Rose, 1940, the recording, with Duncan on vocals, sold 3 million copies for Columbia Records. Duncan married, but after only a few years his wife developed cancer and died. He appeared with Wills and the other Playboys in several movies, including Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys, 1944, Rhythm Roundup, 1945, Blazing the Western Trail, 1945, Lawless Empire, 1945, and Frontier Frolic, 1946. His voice matured in the middle to late 1940s. Duncan joined Wills in writing several more numbers, including New Spanish Two-Step, 1945, Stay a Little Longer, 1945, Cotton-Eyed Joe, 1946, and Sally Gooden, 1947. Rumors about Duncan having been a heavy drinker were false. Duncan would only have a drink or two at social events. Many band members considered him a troublemaker, but the accusations may have stemmed from professional jealousy. By 1948, Wills' drinking was becoming too out of control for Duncan. Wills often missed shows, and when the headliner failed to appear, the band's pay reverted to union scale. After a string of performances in 1948 without Wills, Wills overheard Duncan complaining one night before a performance. Wills told guitarist Eldon Shamblin to fire Duncan, who set out to form his own band. At the height of the band's popularity, Duncan and the band made an appearance in the 1949 Western film, South of Death Valley, starring Charles Starrett and Smiley Burnett. From 1959 to 1961, Duncan again toured and recorded with Wills, rekindling much of their former success. By this time Duncan's voice had evolved to a mature mellow croon, and he used it to the greatest effect. Duncan, who had previous heart problems, died in his motel room in San Diego, California after a performance at Imperial Beach on July 24, 1967. He is buried near Merced, California. Duncan's reputation was that of a unique and distinctive talent, a hillbilly Bing Crosby who never compromised his style to be more popular or commercial. As a member of the Texas Playboys, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as an early influence in 1999 and was also inducted into the Texas Music Hall of Fame. Goodbye, Tommy Duncan. Thank you for watching.